Wow, here we are, episode 3, Two Live Jews. I'm Marc Ostrick.
I'm Ed Crasnick. It's amazing that we're still live and still alive.
And still Jewish.
Good to have you aboard. We have a great show for you.
Beautiful show. Nice and fresh.
It's fresh, it's lean, it's delicious, it's savory.
Once again, just in case you're coming in for the very first time, this show is about the joys and struggles of being Jewish today.
We do it old school, we do it new school, and sometimes we play out of school. Hebrew Hi-Jinks on its way.
Enjoy.
Things that should not be eaten by a practicing Jew.
Oh, shrimp cocktail.
Should not be eaten by a practicing Jew.
Please, shrimp cocktail.
Against the laws of kosher.
So here we have a lovely shrimp cocktail, which I know a lot of Jews who like shrimp cocktail.
Yeah. Should I get a yarmulke for you?
Now, why should I not, here, I'll put a little lemon.
Why should you not?
Well, the lemon kills the pathogens, by the way.
Congratulations.
But I don't know if they had that 2,000 years ago.
I don't even know what the word means. This is fantastic.
So
it's beautiful, it looks
beautiful.
great, and I'm going to give you a little secret.
What?
It is not kosher.
Yeah?
It is not kosher. Not kosher, not kosher.
Treif, right?
Treif. Shellfish, really,
Shellfish.
when you're not supposed to eat shellfish, it really is a hygienic.
Lobster.
It's animals that...
Bottom feeders.
Bottom feeders, yeah.
So these are bottom, and they eat the muck, the
They eat
dirt.
the muck. So it's a hygienic reason. It's a practical reason, a pragmatic reason, a health reason. The Torah is saying to you, it's not healthy. Be careful, it could be a problem.
But if you get it from a good restaurant...
I'm using the Torah as a puppet now.
Well, you know, I'd like to thank Little Dom's for providing us with this beautiful shrimp cocktail.
Yes.
And the cheeseburger and the bacon.
And thank you for enabling this man to continue to be a non-practicing Jew.
Jews that love lobster, back me up. I need a little backup on this. Tell me what non-kosher foods that you love to eat.
What are your favorite non-kosher foods and why?
Do you like to eat them?
Now, welcome to Hebrew School Horror Stories, and this is kind of an in-depth segment. We're gonna go a little bit deeper here because we have Marc and we have his mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, honey.
And we're going to talk about some of the situations that maybe came up in Hebrew school. Now, obviously,
I hated it.
And what kind of a student was he? What kind of Hebrew background did he have growing up?
None. And then he had to go to Hebrew school. And I actually asked him, do you want to go to Hebrew school and be bar mitzvahed? And he went, yes. So we picked a Hebrew school. Every week I was getting a call, come pick Marc up. One of the last times I get a call really frantic. You come pick Marc up now. I said, oh, my God, what happened? What happened? And she said, he's reading his Haftorah like Tony Montana out of Scarface. He just won't stop. And so I had to come. That's what it was like.
Nice.
They didn't get my humor.
They didn't get it.
Right. Personally, I thought it was funny.
This is in Miami we're talking
North
about.
Miami Beach, yeah.
So when you're doing Tony Montana in North Miami in a Hebrew school, it hits very close to the bone.
Yeah, it's close to the bone. Because there's lots of Jubins around, too.
There are.
And do you remember what the rabbi said to me when he was bar mitzvahing me?
Exactly. You did a great job. We didn't think you were going to make it. And you know that money you're supposed to give, the 10%?
Sure.
I didn't give it to him. I was so mad that he said that.
Well, that's a very weird thing
in front
to
of
say.
Everybody.
Oh, I didn't realize that. You don't say it in front of a congregation.
No, I didn't give him the money either.
See, this is when he could have used...
Take that thing away from me.
See, you could have had that 10%, but you blew it, Rabbi.
You blew it, Rabbi Kingsley.
That's right.
Ooh, don't say that.
Well, I hope you enjoyed those. What would you call them? Hi-Jinks?
I would call them little nuggets of gold.
Jew nuggets.
Welcome back to Two Live Jews. I'm Ed Crasnick, that's Marc Ostrick. This is the show that looks at the joys and struggles of being Jewish in today's world, and there's nothing that brings me more joy than a segment called
Did Jew Know?
Woo! We're going to take a look at where pastrami comes from.
Oh, I thought it came from the deli.
You would be correct in that, but a lot of things happened. I had no idea about this, but pastrami is actually rooted in the country of Turkey.
Turkish and Armenian descent.
Armenian descent, and it was also known in Romania as pastroma. So you can understand, and I think what happened, because this is my own theory, what happened is that they tried to make it sound like salami, which was a very popular meat. So pastrami.
Salami.
But
assimilation.
Assimilation, and you know who brought it to the forefront was the people who started Katz's Deli on the Lower East Side of New York.
1887.
1887 they started, and Katz's Deli, they know how to do pastrami right, because you know what you do? You don't heat it, you warm it.
Warm.
The pastrami must be warm. Don't forget that. Did you know pastrami must be steamed and warm? Thank you, Katz's Deli, for doing it right.
On today's installment of Far Out Jews, we're going to talk about modern-day idol worshipping with our Far Out Jew, Danny Eltis.
Maybe see you, okay, that's cool.
How much did you sleep last night?
10 entire minutes.
Why were you only asleep for 10 minutes the whole night?
I was waiting in line to get my iPhone. It's too funny.
This is the brand new iPhone?
Yeah, brand new for Canada, whatever.
Would you say that people's obsession with iPhones and technologies and computers nowadays is some form of idol worshipping or idolatry? Aren't Jews not supposed to be into that?
I think that this whole technology thing the last few years, it's really to connect us, and it's an empowering tool, obviously.
What do you think God would think about us not going to synagogue, not reading the Torah? So many people are not following the rules of Judaism, and they're playing with or using this technology constantly.
It's just a diversion.
Are you doing okay, or do you think you're going to be struck by lightning?
I use computers strictly for work. I don't have time for TV. I like to read books. I like to learn about other people's, other cultures, other people and what they're thinking, how they're feeling. I mean, you're allowed to watch a movie or interact in other ways from time to time. It's not against the Bible or whatever. It could be fulfilling. But I think I've got it pretty much pretty kosher.
Well, there you have it, modern-day idol worshipping with our far-out Jew, Danny Eltis. Back to you, Marc and Ed.
Ezzy, it was great seeing you. Thank you so much.
Fantastic, Ezra.
Do you know Ezra and I did our thesis film together at NYU?
You're kidding.
Called Pressure Drop, and it was a Jewish film.
It really was?
Yeah.
Let me give you the address to an outpatient self-help group I've heard about in the city.
A what?
It's a group of other senior citizens all taking the same treatment for their glaucoma. I don't know much about it, so you'll have to go discover it for yourself.
I am here for the session.
You came to the right place. We've been expecting you. Hey, fellas. This is Morris the Cat Protasner.
Nice to meet you.
This is Gladys, one of our founding members. And that's Lou. He was diagnosed with serious glaucoma 2 years ago.
But it's been the best 2 years of my life since then. Wake and bake, my friend. Wake and bake.
And that is Rajneesh. He don't have glaucoma, but he digs the atmosphere. And I'm Slim.
Nice meeting all of you.
Listen, Morris. Did you bring your prescription? Ooh-wee! Grandpa's got a brand new bag. There you go.
Now take a deep breath and suck it all in. Nice hit!
Wow, That was something, huh?
That was fantastic. Thanks a lot, Ezra. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Ezra. It's always good seeing you, and I'm so happy we've been working together for so very long. This is the How-To Hebrew right here.
Good to be back.
We have put on our talis properly.
Yes.
We know how to put on a yarmulke now.
Check.
Now when we're ready for prayer, there's certain davening techniques that must be adhered to.
And this is where a lot of people stray. Here's an example of somebody who's what I would like to call Shabbat showboating. That's what I would like to call it.
That sounds
because
like me.
it's really this. It's really Heidi, 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 Heidi,
freedom.
Basically, what you do is you want to be connected to what you're saying. This is a conversation with the Spirit of God.
Hashem.
Yeah.
Baruch atah Adonai
Feel it.
Eloheinu melech haolam.
Get into it.
Asher
What are
kiddush-
you saying to God?
Blessed art thou, the Eternal One, Lord, and ruler of the universe.
What is God saying to you?
Please let me get a good job. I'm broke.
Fantastic prayer, by the way.
Thanks.
That's tremendous. See, now you're feeling it. Now you're connected to something. You don't need a lot of... Your body should never be like a Norwegian ski jumper.
No, not at a 45 degree.
95 degree. This is also not good. This is crazy. This is insane. This person should be in jail.
Okay.
This is really what
Just,
it
you're
is.
feeling it. It's
Feel
about
it.
the emotion.
It's about the emotion. It's about being connected to what you're saying. And I don't care if it's Hebrew or English. Back to diving. Take it easy, Padre.
As you can see, it's time for the new review. We have Eddie blindfolded. He's okay.
Hi, everybody.
Are you okay? Are you comfortable?
I make a living.
Can you see anything, Eddie?
No, I can't see anything.
Okay.
Is that Dad?
We're doing horseradish, a favorite of the Jews, and we're going to go through 3 different varieties, and Ed will tell us which one he likes the best.
I'm not partial. I have no horseradish lobby. Nobody has plied me with money.
Nope.
This is totally legitimate.
Take a nice little abyssala.
Yeah.
Good?
Ooh. That is very good. That has a nice bite to it, a nice kick, and it has a nutty aftertaste.
Okay, just take a little from the top here.
Yeah.
What do you think of that one?
That is very spicy. Wow. I might need something to drink.
Okay, we're going to get you something in a moment.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, hot?
Bet.
Okay, here's the last
My
one.
mother
Eddie.
used to love
Eddie,
horseradish. Excuse me.
here's option C. Option C. Stick with us, Eddie. Stick with us,
Grandma,
Eddie.
Bubby,
Stick with us, Eddie.
Bubby,
Here,
get out of Russia.
Here, last
Good.
one. C. Which one? How was that? Was that hot? Here, get him some water. Get him some water.
That's really,
Thank you.
It's really hot.
Would you like? Was that third
That-
one hot? The third one was hot?
That's hotter than
Ooh, that's hot.
I could tell you.
A, B, or C?
I'm torn. It's definitely between A, B, and C. It's going to be. I'm going to say that A had the nicest sweetness and the nicest bite. That combination that is just irresistible. I'm going to pick A.
Silver Spring cream style horseradish.
Very unusual. Never heard of those, folks. Next time we'll go with red horseradishes.
Yeah. Very good. So this was the new review.
I can't feel my tongue.
Thank you. Yiddish words of the week. Yiddish words of the week. My word today is pisha. Classic Yiddish word.
Classic.
The literal translation is a bedwetter. And it's also used when talking about a person of no consequence. That guy is such a pisher.
He's such a pisher. I knew him when he was a little kid in the store.
Right.
He was a pisher. Well, now my Yiddish word of the week is actually the root word is chaya. If you were describing a child coming in or somebody running around wild, you would say you came in like a wilde chaya.
Wilde meaning wild.
A wild animal. Your grandmother is sleeping. Don't come in like a Wildechaya.
Like just a running around like a little
You're
wild
running
animal.
like a Wildechaya.
Ugh, what are you doing?
J-Lo, she used to shake her tuchus like a Wildechaya. All right, that's the best I can do.
Let us know what your favorite Yiddish words are. Email us, send us a letter, Telegram, send it over the wire, Morse code, however you want to get to us. But we want to hear from you.
Sei gesund. Be right back after we daven mincha.
Mom! Mom?
Welcome back to Two Live Jews. Ed Crasnick, Marc Ostrick, and joining us via Skype, this is live now, in our Meet the Macher segment. Let's say hello to our good friend Arleen Sorkin. Arleen?
Hello there. How are you? Thank you for calling me a Macher.
The first thing I have to ask you is, Arleen, what branch of Judaism, because I didn't realize that it's not Reform, Conservative, and Orthodox anymore.
I don't really consider myself to be part of any particular branch. I belong to 3 temples.
That is a particular thing that's an LA-centric thing, I think. LA is basically a place where people belong to more than one temple. You actually do something called temple hopping here.
Okay. When I first moved to LA, I joined the Synagogue for the Performing Arts. And I loved it. And, people like Feivish Finkel were in the, and I thought, and Monty Hall, when they would call him up to the thing, they say, Monty Hall, will you come on down? I mean, it was very exciting for me as a kid, right out of college, moving to LA. And I love the cantor Judy Fox. To me, she's the Bonnie Raitt of Judaism. I really enjoyed her singing.
She is amazing, yeah.
What makes you the Macher that you've grown into and you've become?
Well, it's a joke. I'm not a Macher. But I do like to see people work. And I think it has a lot to do with how I was raised. My father was a real believer in Maimonides. So if I hear somebody needs work and I can help them find it, I feel, I enjoy seeing, people employed.
Arleen, tell the story about your dad and something, because he was very interested in entertainment, and you sort of, eventually you helped him to realize a dream.
So my parents, my grandfather, my mother's father was the big kosher caterer for Albany, New York, Kay's Caterers. I'm sure there's someone watching that had his chicken. I sat next to Kirk Douglas's sisters at a wedding, and they enjoyed his chicken.
But your father always had this thing. He had a story that he wanted to tell. He had a movie that he wanted to make. And you ended up helping him make that movie.
I sold one of his ideas. It got made. It won the Emmy, and he got to go up on stage at the end. And I was there. And we were there also because my husband was nominated for Frasier.
For Frasier.
Yeah.
Chris.
So I would say that I have lived the dream.
You started, actually, on a soap opera. Is that? Am I correct in that, or was there something before the soap opera?
So I did lots of television commercials, and while I was there, I was also a pretty in-demand shoe model. So I had that career, and then I came out to LA. I got on a soap opera, and then I very soon after got on a sitcom called Duet with Ellen DeGeneres. Ended up doing the next version of that, which was called Open House, and I started doing about 20 years ago. I'm a cartoon character. I am the only Jewish villainess in DC Comics history, and it's a very popular character. Her name is Harley Quinn, and she is the Joker's girlfriend.
Ha! And here you thought I was just another bubble-headed blonde bimbo. Well, the joke's on you. I'm not even a real blonde.
I've been doing that for probably 20 years.
For 20 years.
You'd think after living with Mr. J, I'd be used to a little pain.
Yeah, and now would Harley Quinn be someone that could solve the problems in the Middle East, do you think? As a Hebrew villainess?
I don't know. I'll ask the Joker, but he probably doesn't care about the Jews, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Joker is very wishy-washy about the Jews. And of
course very wishy-washy.
It's hard to be committed to something when you have more than 5 personalities.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've always said.
Oh, and what are you gonna do? Spank us?
That's right, pigs. And here's the paddle.
You know, I say that I'm known to millions as what's her name from that show, but I like it exactly that way. You know,
It's a great story. It's tremendous. And now you have a family. Your husband Chris runs the television show Modern Family. What kind of a family do you have?
you know, people say to me, "Oh, you're such a good mother," and I always say it's easy to be a good mother to easy kids. I mean, if I don't have problems with them, and I don't have to yell at them to do their homework, and I have a wonderful husband, and I have an itch too. Am I on camera?
Yeah, nice camera. Yeah.
And I just finished a screenplay, and I'm making a deal with Spyglass Entertainment for it, and
Big Macher's over there.
That's a
what I like to think of myself is that I'm a rat in a maze of Hollywood. I came here, I didn't know anyone, and when I hit a wall, I find another way out. Most people, when they hit a wall, give up. And I don't give up.
You have to be persistent and very tenacious to stay in this business.
Yeah.
Arleen, thank you so much for the interview today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Arleen, so much. And we always end every episode of Two Live Jews with a Yiddish proverb.
Yes. Do you have a good one for us?
Well, I do, but I have to look at it. You'll have to excuse me for a second. Why don't you fill while I... Oh, yes, here it is.
What about a goat? The goat one is great.
This is the one.
What do we have?
This is it. Don't spit into the well. You might drink from it later.
Wise words indeed. This is Two Live Jews. I'm Marc Ostrick. This is Ed Crasnick. Thanks so much for watching.
See you next time.